Hello and welcome to CarMax. This is yet another video from our channel. Today here with us we have the new Honda WRV. This is going to be a new car review. So the WRV compares with the Vitara Brezza and the Ford EcoSport. So in this video we shall find out how WRV competes with its rivals. So let's get straight into it. Starting from the outside, the front of this car is very imposing. It has a big chrome grille in the front which is imposing, which connects both the headlamps. Talking about the headlamps, they have LED DRL and they are single barrel headlamps. Under them are the fog lamps, which I say are pretty decent and they lit up the road very well. And as you can see, there is a skid plate. There is a skid plate not only in the front but it's at the rear as well. So now I'd like to mention about the black cladding of this car. The black cladding of this car is given to the car just to give it a kind of SUV feel. Let's talk about the design of this car. As you can see, the car is very muscularly designed. There are lines all over the car. There are intrusions on the bonnet. So as you can see, there's a line starting from the front wheel arch which merges with the tail lamps, and it looks pretty decent. Even the wheels on this car are 16 inches and they are diamond cut alloy wheels. So right now we are standing at the rear of the car. The rear of the car has this split combi tail lamp. It seems too busy in my opinion. This has this pure black finish, then this tail lamps and the black cladding, then the skid plates. It's kind of busy, and even the chrome strip in between. So right now we are inside the cabin of the brand new Honda WRV. The first thing I would like to mention is about the dashboard. It is very wide and decently shaped, but it's kind of plain. The center console is completely finished in piano black, which boasts of the touchscreen, digipad, which Honda likes to call it digipad, and the AC controls, which are operated with touchscreen. The infotainment system is very well equipped. It has USB port. You can play your video and audio through it. It has Bluetooth connectivity. It has satellite navigation. It has the Honda has provided a HDMI port through which you can play your videos. It has all the Bluetooth connectivity options. Your phone book can be operated in it. It has voice recognition as well. The steering wheel is typically Honda type. There are three compartments in front of the steering wheel. One shows your revs, one shows your speed, and the second one will show your all the fuel economy, your mileage, your time. Now I would like to talk about the storage spaces inside the cabin. It is very well in terms of storage spaces. It has a bottle holder in that door pad, in this door pad as well. So there are two cup holders in the center, and there is one bottle holder in front of the AC vent as well. This is a quite intelligent feature which would cool your bottle if you keep the AC on. One more point I would like to mention about the steering wheel is Honda has equipped the steering wheel with tilt and telescopic function, which is very decent because not many cars in the segment get this function. Now the most important point concerned to buying a car comes to safety. I would like to talk about the safety of this car. This car comes with high tensile strength body, which is ACE body. Honda likes to call it ACE body. And two SRS airbags are standard across all the variants of WRV, and ABS and ABD is also kept standard across all the variants. This headrest, which you can see, are impact mitigation headrest, and even the digipad consists of the rear camera. But the thing is, I would like to mention to Honda that they have missed out on one important feature, that is the reverse parking sensors. So right now I am on the rear bench of this car. So as you can see, the legroom on offer is massive. Considering my height of 6'1", the front seat is adjusted according to my height, and the legroom remaining is massive, and even I can stretch my legs under the front seat. So now I'd like to talk about the headroom. The headroom also is pretty decent. I don't even touch the roof. I'd like to do some nitpicking here. Honda has not provided a central armrest and not even the headrest. And so I would like to mention that Honda should look into this matter and provide the headrests. And one more point, the thing is, the seats are very well cushioned and they are comfortable as well. Just the thing is, they lack a bit of thigh support. So now let's get to the driving experience of this car. this is a petrol variant. This is powered by 1.2 liter IVTEC engine, which produces about 90 PS of power and 110 Nm of torque, which kicks in about at 3800 RPM. The engine is not very punchy. It is good for city driving, but if you have to make any sudden overtakes over the highway, it's going to be very difficult. And it's a 5-speed manual transmission. The gear throws are very nice and crisp, but because the engine is not punchy and it's of less capacity, you'll have to work the gear while driving in the city always. In this car, in WRV, there's also a diesel variant. The diesel engine is the same which you find in Honda City, BRV. It's a 1.5 liter DTEC engine. That's a good engine. It has 200 Nm of torque. It has 6-speed manual transmission. If you have to buy the BRV, so I would recommend that you should go for the diesel engine. So now let's talk about the dimensions of this car. This car has 188 mm of ground clearance, which is the lowest in the segment, but still it manages to take over all the roads and bumps you throw at it. Comparatively, EcoSport had 200 mm of ground clearance, but that doesn't make much of a difference. But if you compare the length of the cars, this is the longest car in this segment of 3,999 meters. The wheelbase of this car is also the longest. It's 2595 meters. So yeah, if you compare in terms of comfort of the rear seat, the legroom, the length, the overall boot, this is the biggest car in the segment. So now let's get back to the driving of this car. The steering is pretty light of this car. This car is pretty maneuverable, and as I mentioned earlier, the gear throws are very nice. Just the thing is, in the petrol variant, you won't find it very nice to drive. Even the car won't understeer because it's been provided with an anti-roll bar at the rear, which is a torsion beam. So the car won't understeer, which is good. In fact, if you throw it into the corners, it would take you very comfortably. There's no problem. The suspension, talking about the suspension, there are McPherson struts at the front, and there are the regular torsion beam at the rear, and they are set up to a bit of softer side. You know, typically Japanese cars which are set up to a softer side, which give you more comfort compared to the German rivals, but there are no German rivals in this segment. So yeah, the suspension is softly sprung, which is very nice. So overall, the driving experience of this car is very comfortable. Just the thing I would like to mention is, on the highway, if you are driving the petrol variant, you would have to work the gears if you have to take a very tight turn or a very sharp overtake. Talking about the fuel efficiency of this car, the petrol variant would return around 17.5 kilometers per liter, and the diesel one would return around 23 to 24 kilometers per liter. So yeah, that's pretty decent, as all Indians love to ask about the fuel efficiency of the car. Now talking about the maintenance, as this is a new car, we can't comment about the maintenance, but as this is a Japanese car, you won't expect much of a bill like the German cars. So yeah, that's it about the driving experience. And yeah, overall it was pretty much decent driving experience about the petrol variant. Now if you talk about the diesel variant, the diesel review, I have to do it, but yeah, as I've driven the Honda City diesel, the engine is pretty much similar but in the different state of thing. So yeah, that was about the driving experience, and I would recommend you to get a diesel WRV if you are planning to get one. So yeah, that was about the all new Honda WRV. I hope you like the video. If you like the video, please give it a thumbs up and share and subscribe to our channel. This is Atharva and Ashish signing off. Thank you.